back and enjoy as we bring you one of the greatest sporting spectacles on earth, the Super Bowl. Welcome to Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth. The biggest game in the world. It's the Super Bowl as the Broncos take on the Steelers. Who do you see as the key players for this matchup, Chris?
Well, Gus, I've got my eyes on the two quarterbacks in this one. I had a chance to talk to both of these guys, obviously guys that have experience in this situation. They've been here before, and yet it's always so interesting. You can see a different look in their eyes when they're warming up. You know that they know the significance of these matchups, and it just adds another level of excitement to the football game. When you're talking about this kind of talent on the field, this should be a really good one. I know you're excited. I'm excited. Let's get it going.
Interesting, Chris. Great storyline here today, and we'll follow that storyline as this game moves on.
Our safety's deep, but if one of their receivers breaks free over the middle, we need to wrap him up before he takes it for a big gain.
Hand off to the left.
And so many times you hear offensive coordinators criticized because they don't try to run the football enough. But when you get stuffed in the backfield like that, you understand why they would rather call the pass play.
What happened there, Chris?
Well, they got caught in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped a little bit or not. Maybe he just got beat on the play.
All right, guys, let's hope our blitzer can sneak in there behind the pass rush. He needs to chase down their back if they hand it off.
Here's the halfback. He's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 7-yard play. That brings up second down.
Okay, we have 11 guys out there for a reason. If they run the ball, close the gaps, and don't leave any holes, one of our guys will track down that back.
They'll work the right side. No Sean Moreno. Picked up a nice gain of 7 yards. That will give them the first.
All right, I don't want us getting fooled on this play. If the quarterback goes to hand it off, watch him close and make sure he isn't running play action. Keep your eyes.
He's going to throw it. Larson was the intended receiver.
A sack would be nice, but the key here is to hurry the quarterback and force him to make a bad throw.
Steps up in the pocket and throws it as he's hit.
Pass rush almost got there that time, and he has to feel a little lucky that that ball just fell harmlessly to the turf.
Okay, it's a passing situation. Lock down anything that'll give them first down yardage, and we'll end this drive right here.
Checks down to the short pass. Pickup of 8 on the pass. Logan, awaiting the return.
Establishing a run on first down early will open up the field for play action and deep passes later in the game.
They go with the run.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
He throws downfield.
Ben Roethlisberger, it appears, is human after all. It's not very often we see him overthrow a receiver like that.
You're out of the shotgun for this comeback route. As soon as your wide receiver breaks back, make sure the ball's already on its way.
He's going to pass. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one. Keith Miller was the intended receiver on the play. The Broncos have everyone on the line. Looks like they are coming after this one. And calls for the fair catch. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt it away.
All right, listen up. Our safeties are covering the deep pass, and we have a linebacker spying on the quarterback. Keep your eyes open and jump on that pass as soon as he...
Still looking for an open man. Pickup of about 3 on the pass play.
Really nowhere for the wide receiver to go on that one. I'm not sure if the quarterback realized it was man coverage on that play.
A sack would be nice, but the key here is to hurry the quarterback and force him to make a bad throw.
Short throw to the left. Lawrence Timmons was there to bring him down. Gaffney makes his 3rd grab.
All right, here we go. Our guy in the middle should protect us in case their receiver loses his man on the slant. Make sure...
After 1, we still find ourselves scoreless in the Super Bowl.
Okay, we have some deep protection to go along with our man coverage, but remember, we have linebackers covering guys who are faster than them. So...
Goes through his progression. The stop was made by Lamar Woodley.
The Broncos haven't been getting the ball downfield much, at least not in big chunks. In order to keep the defense off balance, they're going to need a few more plays just like that one.
All right, they converted on 3rd down through the air, so look for them to come right back. Make sure our coverage is tight this time.
Looking for a man. And the tackle was made by the Tasmanian Devil, Troy Polamalu.
All right. We've got the middle covered, but if one of their receivers loses his man, he could burn us down the sideline.
Has a man to his right. Little flip. Demaryius Thomas was his intended target.
Okay, looks like they're stacking the line for the run. Try a swim move to get around their blocks.
And he's crushed as he lets it go. He's got room. No Sean Moreno was there for the stop. And that throw will cost them possession.
Well, you always hear that sometimes it's better to just take a sack, and clearly there it would have been. Of course, it's really easy for us to say we don't have those 300-pound guys chasing us.
The give to the tailback. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 17.
The Steelers seem to be unstoppable on the ground so far. They're ripping off big chunks of yardage at a time.
Okay, nothing fancy here, just a halfback dive, where we hammer it up the middle and see if the blocks get us to the end zone.
Flips it out short to his left. Second down coming up after the incomplete pass.
This is a quick one-step drop. Then float the ball on this fade where only your receiver can grab it.
Gets it away. Ward makes his first reception of the game. Not sure if he reached it. They'll measure. They signal fourth down.
Okay, let's finish this drive with 6 points. Hand it to the back and let him smash into the line of scrimmage. If one of our guys up front can get a push, we're in.
See what the offense does here. Touchdown, Steelers! The Steelers score the game's first touchdown.
The thing you love to see about this halfback is he always keeps his legs moving and churning no matter what. Even if he's getting hit, he's never stopping.
Pittsburgh is up 7. Let's take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon. And it's fielded at the 4. He gets to about the 27 and goes down.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
They're going to pitch it. Clark tackles him for a loss at the 26.
Well, you know you've got an aggressive safety when he's making tackles for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Typically, these guys are trying to not give up a big play in the passing game. Now when you see somebody in the backfield, that's impressive.
Okay, stopping the run on first down will force a team to pass on second and long. They won't surprise us here.
Has a man short to his left.
Just keeps the ball moving down the field. 6-yard gain and a little progress.
A good chance of this one being overturned, wouldn't you say?
Well, Gus, you're a lot younger than I am, and if your eyes tell you it's out of bounds, I'm going to go with you.
Surveys the field. Demarius Thomas was the intended receiver.
When you get that kind of pressure, a lot of times the play will result in something worse than just an incompletion.
Logan is the deep man awaiting the return. He makes it out to the 43-yard line.
Okay, it's all or nothing here. We need to let our wide receivers get deep. Roll out if you have to, then launch the ball as far as you can.
Throws the deep pass. The pass falls incomplete. Hines Ward was the intended receiver on the play.
All right, the key to this slant is just whiz it in there. You're out of the shotgun so you can see the play develop.
He's going deep with it. And he's tackled at the 17.
And we don't often talk about accuracy on the deep throw, but that one was just thrown in there beautifully.
Let's win the trench war here on this halfback dive. Follow your blocks and let's try to get 6.
Going for the end zone. Comes down with it. Touchdown! The Steelers drove it 55 big ones on 3 plays.
Ben Roethlisberger got the job done there, and we've seen him do it so many times over the years. That's the thing with him. He comes through time after time.
And it's fielded at the 4. He makes it back to the 25.
We're double covering one of their receivers, but they have other weapons. Make sure everyone stays on their man.
Dumps it out left. Eddie Royal was his intended target.
Come on, y'all, let's get going.
Well, he was called in bounds, but the officials upstairs weren't so sure.
Well, obviously they saw something on that play to challenge this one. Remember, it has to be indisputable visual evidence. We'll see if we have that.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
He loads up for the deep throw. Eddie Royal was the intended receiver.
Okay, it's a passing situation. Lock down anything that'll give them first down yardage, and we'll end this drive right here.
Look out, heavy pressure on him. And that sack will bring up 4th down as the offense couldn't get anything going on the series.
Wow, did you see the shot he took on that one? This guy's a tough guy, but if you keep taking shots like that, you better have somebody in the bullpen warming up.
Logan will start running at the 39.
The Steelers are looking like a confident bunch on offense right now. If they can put together another touchdown drive here, they'll have a significant advantage.
He's looking over the top. Tip pass, and it's incomplete. That'll be it for the first half of play. The score is 14-0. He gets this one to the 26-yard line.
All right, we're going to run a halfback dive here. Hold on to the football, follow your blocks, and we'll be golden.
Short throw to the left. He's wrestled down at the 37.
And I can tell you this, there's nothing that defensive backs hate more than to have one of those big tight ends in the open field running right towards them.
He's dropped down at the 44-yard line. Breaks through the line for a gain of 7. Second down.
All right, I'll run to the outside here. Be patient, follow your blocks, then turn it on once you get to the edge.
Here's the give. Hit and drop behind the line. It's a pass. Caught and dropped immediately.
Okay, the shortest distance to the end zone is a straight line. So let's go right up the middle here.
They hand it off. He's tackled at the 41-yard line. Takes a lick as he lets it go.
The Steelers are putting together a good-looking drive here. That's their third first down.
Okay, let's show them we're committed to our ground game. Let's push for a big gain on this halfback dive.
And they'll run him again.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
Okay.
He gets off the throw. Keith Miller was the intended receiver on the play.
All right, this is a 5-star.
Gets the pass off. He completes it. Touchdown, Steelers. The Steelers drive it 75 yards and get into the end zone. Very nice 9-play series.
That was a great example of what a guy with speed can do for your football team. He hauled it in and goodbye.
And he gets the ball at the 5. He makes it out to the 28.
The Broncos are looking to dig themselves out of this big hole that they've dug themselves into, and at the very least, you have to show the guys on the other bench you're not going to roll over.
He fights forward to about the 30.
All right, listen up. Our safeties are covering the deep pass, and we have a linebacker spying on the quarterback.
And that's the end of the third quarter. The score is 21-0. The Broncos are looking at a 3-possession deficit as we start the fourth quarter.
All right, guys, listen up. We're sending some extra heat at the quarterback on this blitz. So let's hope we force a bad decision, and the guys that are dropping back in the zones can make a big play.
Just barely gets rid of it.
Good pressure that time, and they forced a bad throw. Not much he could have done with the pocket collapsing like that.
Okay, it's a passing situation. Lock down anything that'll give them first down yardage, and we'll end this drive right here.
Moves to his right. He bats the ball away. And it'll be fourth down following the pass deflection.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on third down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
Hit as he throws. And he's tackled at the 42.
And when you get a wide receiver with that kind of talent on the outside, he is a threat to take it all the way on any play.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
On the ground left side.
All right, guys, listen up. We got the receiver double covered here. When the quarterback takes...
Just gets it away. Shabar Gaffney was his intended target.
Just missed that time, bringing him down for a sack, but great pressure to force an incompletion.
All right, we need to get the ball back for our offense. If they catch it short, I want 11 men running towards that ball.
Good coverage downfield.
That was a very good effort by the Steelers.
Okay, 4-down territory. You knew this was coming. Now don't let up and make one more big stop.
He lets it go.
Well, I certainly understand they felt like they needed to take a shot there. It just didn't work out. Give the defense a little credit for making the play.
Okay, let's go with a halfback dive here. Nothing too fancy. Just follow your blocks up the gut.
Hands it to the back. That's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, the idea here is to find a hole between the tackle and the guard. If nothing opens up, look to cut it back or bounce it to the outside.
Feeds it to the back. Rashard Mendenhall got free and picked up a 1st down after a nice 6-yard pickup.
Okay, let's run this one between the tackles. If the blocking does what it should, we should be off to the races.
And now it's time to take a look at this game's top performers, brought to you by Gatorade.
Okay, all we're trying to do is run down the clock. Let's keep it on the ground and keep that clock moving.
Pitch left. He's dropped down at the 37. They get 3 yards on the play.
The defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Looks for the safe short throw.
Ben Roethlisberger looks a little surprised about that one. I mean, here's one of the guys, one of the most accurate passers in the game, and that one just got away.
Okay, you're in shotgun here. Scan the field. If no one's open, try to find a guy in single coverage.
The pass is away. He's brought down at the 12. They complete a long pass play.
After a big play like that, it's really important for the offense to get in the huddle and get out, keep this attack going. Right now they have the defense on their heels.
Up the middle. He's tackled at the 2. Here's a look at today's red zone numbers, made possible by Old Spice Body Wash, the greatest smell in the NFL. On the ground, up the middle. They keep pouring it on. Touchdown.
You gotta love this guy. I had a chance to talk to him in the offseason, and the one thing that he said that drives him nuts about any running back are guys that run out of bounds. He wants to lower his head, create contact, and crush anybody in his path.
Here we go. He'll return it from the 4-yard line. He returns to the 26.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
Still looking for an open man.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, Super Bowl 45 champions. Their record 7.